number 9 of Jules Bianch, and today we are here in my home country of the United Kingdom for the Santander British Grand Prix at the Silverstone circuit. 13 laps of this fantastic high-speed circuit with some amazing corners. We've got the Wellington Straight, and we've also got the what's it called, Hanger Straight, and Maggots and Beckets, of course. So here we are, 5 lights, and we are away here at Silverstone, qualifying 18th behind Hulkenberg, and De La Rosa doing a fantastic job, getting 17th for the HRTs, beating a Caterham. And there's 2 cars having a very poor start at the back there. We have a great start, just getting on the inside of Jules Bianchi there, right up the inside, and now we're going to try and sneak and go a dive bomb up the inside of a few cars. We do that effectively, getting ourselves up into 12th now. Just going to try and sneak around Felipe Massa. We do. Sebastian Vettel runs wide there, getting in up his inside as well, and now Pastor Maldonado. We're going side by side, going down the Wellington Straight, side by side. Here we go. Mark Webber's there, no curves for us, no DRS, but we're side by side, and we're going to brake perfectly into the corner. We've got that done, and we are now 6th position with now chasing Mark Webber, which I don't think we can do because we haven't got curves like he does with the Red Bull. So you can just see, look at that, it just now becomes the Bianchi train, the classic, and such a high speed circuit like Silverstone. I'm not sure whether we can do it. We'll have to try our very best, but in our next race is Germany, and you know what happens in Germany? After Germany, you get Hungary, and in Hungary, you get a team offer. So, rightly so, Germany could be Bianchi's last ever race in a Marussia, and that could just be horrible for him. He loves the Marussia team, he loves all the guys, but if you get a better offer for any of the teams that have KERS or just have a chance of scoring week in, week out points and good qualifying sessions, he's going to take it. And now Felipe Massa going down the Hanger Straight, just goes around the outside, just sneaking the car past. Bianchi brakes a little bit later but cannot get up the inside of Felipe Massa. So that's 8th position now for Jules and Felipe Massa with the Ferrari with a much more powerful engine, with more horsepower, just completely destroying Bianchi on the Hanger Straight, now coming on to the former home straight now. And this is just a fantastic first corner, and Nico Rosberg going up the inside. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Bianchi braking a little bit later, just trying to get around the outside, but he can't. Nico now is going through, as we go through Maggots and Beckets, this could be absolutely crucial whether Bianchi can get some extra speed, because he won't have any chance of really. But that's another place lost out for Jules, so now he's down in 9th, and as we get into the pits, there's just going to be a complete train of cars, but you can just see like a split off of cars, and there's a car there that's spun off and hit, and there's debris everywhere. That's unbelievable. That is just pure carnage. So someone's had some form of issue, and now on lap 6 we're going to pit. What sort of pit time can we do? Hopefully it's decent. We've got a big gap to the rest of the cars there, and there's Timo Glock, so hopefully we won't back up the cars very much. So as we go into the pits, the final pit box at the end of the pit lane, here we go. What sort of time we set? We set 3.7, which isn't too bad as Timo Glock then slips into the pits. 3.7 isn't bad. Normally expecting 4s, but it's not good enough. We want 2.8. We want sub 3 really. 3 or sub 3, something along them lines. But we're coming out of the pits now into 14th position as we go on to the next slide, where we're going to be coming around to see very shortly how well, but you can see how cold these tyres are and how difficult it is in a Marussia to get them warmed up. So much back end wheel spin, understeers like mad. The Marussia is terrible, and I'm hoping Bianchi gets a new job offer for one of the teams that has a car that can actually do half decent now. Coming onto the first corner, lap 7. Here comes Jean-Eric Vergne. They're going to go side by side, then he's going to duck up the inside, do a dummy move. Can't get Sergio Perez, but Jean-Eric Vergne making it stick round the outside, defending beautifully. Now Bianchi going around the outside, sorry about that guys. Bianchi going around the outside, and he cannot get the move done. He'll have DRS, and Jean-Eric will have DRS as well. So let's see how they do. Can he do a risky move up the inside? He's going to brake a little bit later, but he's going to go for a wider line, getting on the grass and the debris. And there's Hulkenberg slipping up the inside. So he's from trying to gain a place there, he has actually lost a place. So horrible for Bianchi. But the good news is, guys, Sebastian Vettel is still behind him. So that's fantastic for Bianchi if he wants that Red Bull #1 seat within the next year or 2. Coming around now onto lap 10, going on to the Wellington Straight. We've got cars behind us piling up. We've got Michael Schumacher now going to go up the inside. Probably the greatest Formula 1 driver to ever set foot in that Ferrari, or even set foot on any of the tracks there. Running Sebastian Vettel wide, which is allowed because it's Sebastian Vettel, but Schumacher giving full respect and is allowed to glide up the inside, giving Bianchi the position of 13th 13th with Sebastian Vettel still behind him, but Bruno Senna will take 14th position. Them cars that will switch and change constantly in the race as Bianchi defends well. In the rich fuel mixture, leaving some fuel for the richer at the end now, going a little bit wide, leaving a gap for Bruno Senna, who then collides with Jules Bianchi, but he's up the inside. He won't have the RS Jules for some reason. He wasn't in the detection zone, but Bruno Senna will, so Senna's away, and now Kamui Kobayashi with probably the fastest car in a straight line on the game. A Sauber just trying to go past him, but Bianchi just blocks him off there, and now I believe it is the Force India Paul di Resta who takes the position, but now Kamui Kobayashi is back in front, going down the hanger straight, lap 12. Here we go, Kamui Kobayashi is going to go for a move. He decides against it now, braking just a little bit, just getting on the curb and then onto the grass. Terrible for Bianchi. Then he loses the rear end, loses a bit of traction, and now everyone's past him, including Sebastian Vettel, but everyone can go past apart from Sebastian, and now he brakes a little bit later, and he'll keep in front of Sebastian Vettel. Fantastic racing by Jules there to keep the man he classes as his rival. Of course, in Italy we will get to pick a rival, and hopefully you guys will look forward to that. We might get a half-decent team that we can actually challenge, and get a half-decent car that we can actually challenge cars like the Red Bull week in, week out. But the downside is we are down in 17th position, so the place we qualified in 18th is where Sebastian is, and our teammate is not far away from us. So that just shows how much we can have a fantastic start, but poor ending now on lap 13. We get some back end wheel spin. Oh, and we're going into the wall. Oh, we're in the wall, and we got a flat tyre. Oh, that's terrible. And there's Timo Glock. He's going to slip past us now. And that's the end of our race, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that I was absolutely peed off. We've done a great race. The thing that annoyed me most was the fact now Sebastian Vettel isn't going to have the fact that he's finished behind a Marussia on his CV. That's the most gutting thing. But look at the bright side. Lewis Hamilton has won the British Grand Prix in front of his home fans indeed. And that's a fantastic job by Lewis. Really, really good to see a British driver winning, even if it's on a game. But look how poor the car is. We are absolutely terrible. Pedro De La Rosa's there, but we are down in 22nd. I've just clipped all of this in so you guys can admire how poor this actually is. I cannot believe we had a solid race. I knew it was going to be horrible because the Marussia has no curves, no straight line speed. It's a terrible, terrible car. And around a track like Silverstone, it's just a fast-paced track with fast-paced corners. I don't think there's a slow corner on the track. So look how poor it is, and nobody's catching up with us. So I don't know what's happened to Pedro De La Rosa. So let's just have a look and just look at it. For some reason I find it funny that we're now 17.6 seconds behind Kartakainen. For once in his life, Kartakainen's faster than someone, but I keep it in rich fuel mixture just to see how fast we can actually go. But we've got 50 seconds, 40. We've got a limited time to finish the race. Can we break that? I think we are. I don't think it's going to take us 40 seconds. But then I go for a move and I just decide, let's just go and cut the corner. There's no point, and they disqualify me. I mean, come on, I didn't gain any time. I didn't gain any from it. I had to do it. I was going to go straight into a wall otherwise. What would you have wanted me to do? Would you like me to risk my life or something stupid like that happen? I mean, come on, game. Grow up and get on with your life. That is unbelievable. But guys, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. My name is OTG. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Jules Bianchi's Road to Red Bull, and I will hopefully see you guys very shortly for some more Formula 1 content on my channel. Bye guys.